Calmly and gracefully, our boat glides through the depths of the Celtic Sea. The presence of enemy aircraft in this area is forcing us to stay submerged during the daylight hours. Circumstances that are not easy on the boat and especially not on the crew. Fans are circulating the stale and oxygen-deprived air in the boat. The crew is feeling tired, headaches are common, motivation is low. What kind of existence is this, when you don't know when you will be able to feel a fresh breeze or see the sunlight again? While we are submerged, the hydrophone operator is one of the most important men on board. Imagine yourself in a room that is completely dark, pitch black darkness that you can't pierce with your eyes. And there might be other things with you in that room. Suddenly your hearing is the only sense that you can rely on. And this man, he is our sense of hearing. We have to rely on him to notice anything happening around our boat. At the same time, the staff in the command room is our brain. Their task is to think about our next steps and to formulate a plan if our hearing should detect an unknown presence out there in the vast expanse of this ocean. When you are moving through a completely dark room, then the last thing that you want to do is to trip over. Your sense of balance becomes very important. For us, this sense of balance is represented by the men controlling the dive planes and by the ones controlling the trim of the boat. The consequences of them failing at their task, filling the ballast tanks too much and dropping the boat into the black depths, are the worst fears of every sailor on a submarine. The weather is becoming a major issue. A storm is raging outside, forcing us to stay submerged even during the nighttime hours. The oppressive atmosphere that was felt by everybody on board before has only worsened. Braving the sea state on the surface would put an enormous strain on both man and machine. We have to surface from time to time to replenish our air, and every time we do so, the boat's hull is creaking and groaning. The watch crew is in danger of being swept away and has to be replaced every hour. If you're standing on the bridge, the howling cold wind is a cacophony of noise and violence that takes away your breath, numbs your senses, and leaves you in a stupor after some time. Therefore, we have no other choice but to stay submerged, even if that means that we have to rely on our batteries more than usual, without the ability to recharge them fully.
Frachter, kommt näher auf 109.
Stumbling around in our own personal darkness has finally yielded results. Our hydrophone operator has detected the ship. We turn towards it without hesitation to close the distance as fast as possible.
Neuer Kurs 238.
Soon we notice that the ship seems to be heading straight for us. Is that a bad omen? Considering the visibility up top, I decide against surfacing. We are staying submerged, hopefully hidden from prying eyes, hopefully hidden from any possible danger. The engine noise of the contact increases in volume until the hydrophone operator reports that it can't be too far away. I raise the periscope, expecting to see an enemy in front of me that we might be able to torpedo. But what do I see instead? A ship, illuminated, sailing through these dangerous waters, with all lights blazing, boldly proclaiming its presence. Its crew made sure to point the biggest and brightest searchlights at the 2 red crosses painted on the funnel. It is a hospital ship. The green band painted on its side is identifying it as a military hospital ship. But regardless of that, attacking such a ship would be a grave war crime. I have no other choice but to let the ship go. Even if the provisions were different, I don't think I could bring myself to attack a ship like this. Bringing relief and rescue to wounded and ill people, even if those are soldiers of the enemy's side, is a noble effort, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for the doctors and nurses on that ship. I wonder where this ship will be deployed. My money is on the African coast, where the British are fighting a ferocious campaign against the Italians. In this weather it would be absolutely impossible to stop the ship and inspect it to ensure that it doesn't carry any military cargo. I can't see anything suspicious on deck, and therefore the only thing left for me to do is to admire the elegant and beautiful lines of the ship. In my thoughts I wish them a safe voyage, and that they may lessen the suffering of many men. Aloud, I order the navigator to return us to our old course. We will continue our search for enemy ships that we can sink, leaving their crews to the cruel mercy of the cold sea. We have been on the surface for a while, to replenish the air in the boat and to recharge the batteries as much as possible. Now we dive again, to escape the endless onslaught of the waves battering our boat. The sea state is so rough that even at a depth of 20 meters, the boat is still rocked by the churning sea. The watch crew, trembling from exhaustion and the cold, is stumbling down into the command room. Their numb fingers can't open their coats. Other crewmen have to help them out of their wet clothes. They are ready to collapse into their bunks, when suddenly a cry rings out.
Frachter, kommt näher auf 6-5.
A ship, and the hydrophone operator can hear it very clearly. It is not far away from us.
Frachter auf 6-4, kommt näher.
Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our amazing Silent Hunter 3 campaign with the OneAlex Edition. There is a ship out there that we are hunting, and it seems to be coming towards us. It is going from right to left across our bow. And it is quite close. Bring us to periscope depth. Let's see what we are dealing with, and if we might be able to take it out.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 158.
This might be a difficult engagement because of the conditions that we are facing up there. It is very, very stormy. So we'll have to see if we can cope with that. Okay, we're coming up to periscope depth. Turn is being completed. Good.
Jawohl, Herr
Slow down the
Kaloin.
boat.
Ein Drittel Fahrt voraus.
And let's raise the periscope. This is the observation periscope. It should have a picture that is a little bit brighter than what we would be able to see with the attack periscope, but even with this I can't see anything out there. It's pitch black. Hydrophone, give me an update on the... No, wrong guy. Hydrophone, give me an update on the contact. Where is it? No sound contact, you lost it? How did you manage to do that?
Jawohl,
Slow down the
Herr Kaloin.
boat.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Did they turn off their engines? They should be directly ahead of us somewhere. But there is nothing that I can see. Hydrophone, let me have a listen. Oh yeah, definitely, right in front of us.
Jawohl,
Bring
Herr
us left
Kaloin.
5
Neuer
degrees.
Kurs 155.
Maybe this will give our hydrophone operator the opportunity to hear it again. I really need him to update me on the target's location. Can't be too far away. It's weird that he lost the sound contact when I can clearly hear it on the hydrophone. It is definitely out there. Now, I'm not sure, but I might be seeing a shadow in that direction. I wonder if I should surface the boat now. If this is an attack that we should do surfaced, if that would increase our chances of actually seeing something. Yeah, you know what, we might do that. Hydrophone. Okay, I have turned a little bit to the left and it's still further left than I anticipated, so it is moving across our bow, right to left. Good to know. Give me 20
Jawohl,
degrees
Herr
left.
Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 136. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Volle
Speed
Fahrt
up the
voraus.
boat, down the periscope, down with the periscope. We are going to surface. Let's hope that it's nothing dangerous. Okay, we are picking up some good speed.
Jawohl,
Surface the
Herr
boat.
Kaloin.
Auftauchen. Vorne um 10, hinten kommen auf 5.
Okay,
Erste Seewache sich klar machen.
almost there. We are soon switching to the diesel engines. But I'm still not sure how I will conduct this engagement. Still, yeah, you can see and feel that the boat is struggling with the waves. Most definitely. Yeah, down we go.
Derzeitige Tiefe 1,0.
And up we go. Come on, engines. Bring us through these waves. Okay, I think it's now relatively safe to go up top. So let's do that. Let's take a look at our potential target here. As you can see, conditions are extremely bad. Look at this wave. Oh, we are getting wet. Yeah. Everyone alright? Good. Let me make sure that we have a good watch crew up here. Don't need you. You can rest now. You can... I need you. You are rested, you are rested. All of you are okay. I'm actually gonna swap out these two guys. There we go, and you can rest for a bit. Now I want everybody on their stations. We might have to make a fast attack here. I literally don't have an idea where the target is. Now I imagine it's not very good for you either. This is super dark. And I'm just trying to see anything out there. It's not working though. It really isn't working. Wait, is there something? Let's ask the watch officer. Visual contact bearing 334. It's over there. Oh, there it is. There's a ship. Turn in. Turn in towards it. Bring up the user to the bridge. Get ready to engage. I almost sailed past it without realizing. It doesn't help that the ship appears to be painted in a dark color. I have no clue what kind of ship I'm looking at, what kind of nationality it has. That's what's bothering me right now. I'm really trying very hard. There's a flag on the stern. I think it's a British flag. I think that might be a British flag. Right there. Yeah. I think we are having a look at the British ship. Turn to intercept. Slow down the boat. How do I engage a ship that I can barely see? Do I even engage it? That's the decision that I need to make right now. To be honest, I'm not sure what kind of depth to set the torpedoes at. We have a wind speed of 15 meters per second. That means that I have to set the torpedoes to at least 6 meters. So if that ship in front of us isn't a big one, then it's not really worth it to shoot at it. It is very hard to tell what I'm looking at though. Very difficult. In such a situation, the best thing to do is to prepare your firing data as if you are going to shoot at it. Let's start doing that. We are switching to the steam-driven torpedo. Should be in tube number 3. Yes. Let's give it medium speed. I'm setting it to 6.5 meters on an impact pistol. Because all I have loaded are impact pistols. I can't tell any details. I really can't determine the range to target or the AOB or the speed. It's not working. I can try to determine the speed. But even that will be very difficult. We'll try it. Try it. Use it to 0 degrees. Let's wait until it's crossing in front of us. Come on, come closer. Where is it? There it comes, okay. That thing is completely darkened. And I just can't discern any details on it. It's not possible. Come on. Okay, the bow is coming into the picture now. Yeah, there it comes. Okay, we have our own bow pointed at the sky apparently. That's not helping. Okay, there we go. This will be supremely difficult to hit a red moment. To start the time measurement here. Almost there. Now I'll bring down the bow. Okay, I'll add 2 seconds. I was too late. Well, where exactly does the ship end? Here, there's the stern. You know what, is this thing sailing away from me? I see a very pronounced stern wake. I don't see a pronounced bow wake. It might actually be sailing away from me already. It's really difficult to tell. Okay, stop. So it is something, let's say 47, 48. Now what is the ship's length? Let's go with 120 meters. That would put the ship's speed at about 5 knots. Let's use that value. Dial it in for now. I think it is sailing away from me.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 6-0. Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Volle Fahrt voraus.
Turn to intercept and speed up the boat. At the same time, Chief Engineer.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Normaler Antrieb.
I know every minute that we can recharge the batteries is very precious in these conditions. But right now I need the speed. So full power to both screws. Jeez, look at this weather, it is crazy. Absolutely crazy. And now I am convinced that the target is heading away from me. That means I should be able to see the flag on the stern, right? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, that looks like the stern is facing towards me. So at least we have that one figured out. Target AOB. Weapons officer. Let's point this at the target. Target AOB is something along the lines of 150 maybe. That would put its course on 32, 33, something like that. Let's go with 30 for now. Turn our own boat 30 degrees. Let's go actually with 35. 30 might be a bit too far. Our engines are hard at work here. The whole boat is groaning and creaking, plowing through these waves. But if that ship is really sailing at a speed of 5 knots, then we are going twice as fast and should be able to reel it in very soon. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to determine that ship's size and if it's even worthwhile to chase it down.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin.
Come
Neuer
right.
Kurs 4-1.
I want to close the distance. Just so that I get a better idea of the ship's size. Keep going, come on. How is our speed varying? Yeah, it's stable at around 10 knots. Good. There's the target. I can't tell apart any masts from the superstructure. That's a problem. I see the hull. I see the superstructure. They are painted in different colors. But the masts, no idea. And because I can't tell apart the masts, I also can't really make an estimation of the range to target. I would have to try to do that with the superstructure, but even that is very difficult. I hope that we will get a better idea once I'm closer. Meanwhile, let's just hold on and try not to get swept off the bridge. I think that the ship that I'm looking at is actually not that big. I don't think I will be able to hit it with a torpedo in these waves. It seems to be, the reason for that is it seems to be riding quite high in the water. So I don't think it's carrying any cargo. That's problem number one. Problem number two, the general size of that thing. Yeah, I think we will have to abort this. This is not working. I'll get a little bit closer, just so that I get a better idea of what I'm actually facing. I might change my decision then. But as of right now, I would say this is not worth it. I can't tell if the ship is armed or not. So I can't get too close. Let's try to use the user. Maybe that will help us. Having a look at the stern. Trying to tell if there is a gun mounted there. But really this is even worse than just using the regular binoculars. At least the regular binoculars I can somewhat keep on the target. Okay, I saw its rudder just rising out of the water. This ship is not carrying any cargo. It is very high in the water. This thing is not worth a torpedo in this weather. Let's report its presence and then we are turning away. Yeah, we reported the ship. Report has been sent. We still have the whole night ahead of us. The weather does not appear to be improving at all. So there won't be a chance for us to engage it, and shadowing it won't yield any results either. The Luftwaffe won't fly in at night in this weather. You are getting away, the storm is saving you. We are returning to our own search pattern. We are turning in, we will pass behind the ship. might allow us to get a closer look at it. But this is simply not happening. Bring the Yuzu back to its locker. I still can't tell if it is armed or not. It's so dark. So dark. Yeah. See how high it is rising out of the water. We can actually see the rudder at times. Shooting a torpedo won't have any effect on this ship. We have to let it go. And since the weather is so damn terrible and we risk being swept off the damn conning tower at any moment, we will dive. Back down to 25. Hatch is closed. Open all valves, we are going down. There we go. We are dropping beneath the waves. Electric engines should switch on now. There we go. Slow us down. There's no need for high speed. We have to save battery energy. Who knows how long that storm will last and how long we might be forced to mostly stay below the surface. There we go. Okay. Now, the area that I'm in, let me show you. Celtic Sea. I'm running a search pattern here. And I am quite surprised that so far I haven't really found any viable targets up until now. And now that I did find the target, it is actually impossible for me to engage it. But that's just the life of a U-boat commander sometimes. We will keep searching the Celtic Sea, and at some point we will find a target that we can engage. But because the last days have been quite mixed in the results that we received, we encountered a lot of neutral traffic, Irish ships, a hospital ship, and nothing else really. I don't know how long it will be until the storm has blown over and until we can find the targets, so I think we are going to end the video here for today. Another episode where we didn't get to sink anything. I am impressed. I am impressed. I really expected this area to be very target rich, and so far it hasn't been. But sometimes that's just life. We'll keep searching, we'll keep looking for targets, and I'm sure that in the next episode we will have something that we can shoot our torpedoes at. Until then, have some really great days, and goodbye. I hope you're not disappointed. See you then. Bye bye.